We all wish we could bring our Disney vacation home with us, right? To have that Disney feeling every day? Well, why not start your day the Disney way with a Disney blend from Joffrey's Coffee and Tea Company? With over 23 varieties to choose from the French bistro you find in your resort room to the Yachtsman Steakhouse and Gico, of course, and now Joffrey's newest Disney blend, Le Cellier. Why not start your day with that Disney magic? Order yours today at Joffreys.com.
Please stand clear of the doors. Por favor, manténganse alejado de las puertas. This is Disney's Grand Floridian Resort and Spa. Our next stop is the Magic Kingdom.
Hey everyone, thanks for joining us once again. I'm still Tim Scott.
I'm Bob Collar.
This is episode 381 of ResortLoop.com. How are you doing, Bob?
I have had better weeks, Tim.
You have had a terrible week.
Better weeks. I've had a check engine light on a car. My garage door is not working.
Did the car run into the garage door? Is that the problem?
Oh, I hope not. I hope that wasn't what happened. But, no, it'll all be better. It'll all be better when, we do the Looper meet down at Disney World. So.
Oh, my goodness. Let's hope
Are
it's
we
all
ready
better
to
by
announce that? Are we announcing it today?
No, not today. Not today. Hang on.
All right.
Cool your jets, first of all. Remain calm.
All right.
We still have a couple things to check out, but we're hoping for maybe during our holiday-thon coming up.
Yeah. I was just trying to get everybody excited.
I know. You do a good job.
So
I'm already excited.
Well, if this is going to get you excited, I have a couple of this day in Disney histories.
Okay. Love it.
All right. Are you ready, Tim?
Yes.
This is going to make you, these two this day in Disney histories are going to make you feel so old.
Oh, I don't need that help.
I'm just saying. 1981.
Ooh.
Brittany Jean Spears.
Yes.
A member of Disney Channel's The All-New Mickey Mouse Club.
Brand new.
Is born in Kentwood, Louisiana.
Yeah.
1981.
Wow.
How old does that make you feel?
I don't know.
This will make you feel older.
It makes me feel stronger. I know that.
1984. 20-year-old Margarita Granados gives birth to a baby girl at Disneyland.
At Disneyland?
9 months pregnant, she gives birth while waiting for her husband Juan, who is riding Space Mountain. It's only the second birth in Disneyland history.
Oh, my goodness.
So that's a dedicated wife who's willing to go to Disneyland 9+ months pregnant.
Did the baby get like a lifetime ticket or anything?
So her husband can ride Space Mountain. I don't know. But are you ready for this?
Yes.
That baby, that little baby girl. You see how little she is? She's so tiny.
Oh, look at her.
So, yeah, little baby girl. Is now 32 years old.
Oh, wow. And works in the Disneyland Hotel.
How about that? Maybe a looper. Hey, if you were the one born at Walt Disney or at Disneyland in 1984, baby Granados, please let us know.
And forgive us if he's mispronouncing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm horrible about that stuff. So that's our This Day in Disney Histories to try and make Tim Scott feel very old.
Well, one, it worked. Two, I think that she's a naturalized Disneyland citizen at that point.
Absolutely. That's a golden ticket as far as I'm concerned. I mean, you have dual citizenship at that point.
Exactly.
It depends on where you were born, I suppose. If you were born in Fantasyland, it sounds like she was born in Tomorrowland. So how's that work? Does she go back in time when she walks out of the park? That's weird.
Yeah. So she was probably either given a lifetime pass or a bill for cleanup.
Well, that could be.
The way I'm looking at it. Oh, my goodness.
That could be.
Bob, we need to keep going.
Now, this is why.
Oh.
See, you are such a naysayer.
What?
This is why.
What?
We need cabanas behind Space Mountain, apparently.
Oh, the birthing suites. That is awesome.
Maybe that's why they're there.
it took them 32 years to figure out. A lot of people are having babies back here.
Oh
What's
my
going
goodness,
on?
they're having babies. We start inducing labor. Oh my gosh,
they got
I like the Pitocin option, please.
Yeah. What do they call those? A gula or whatever they call the woman who takes care of the babies.
The nurse.
Yeah, the nurse.
And the mother.
Yeah. Anyway, Tim. I'm still battling this cough, so I may cough at you.
Please do.
What are we going to talk about today?
We're going to talk about touring the parks. We've already talked about this with taking the kids to the park.
Little kids? Yeah.
Little kids.
Uh-huh.
I think we're going to jump up a little bit. Let's talk about vacationing at the theme parks and taking your teen children.
Yeah, this is a little self-serving for us.
It is. Although something we have some experience with.
Although your son is a full-fledged adult now, isn't he?
Well, he's outside of he's even older than the teen. See, your job is to make me feel super old today, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Oh, you're doing a great job.
Yeah, so, and keep in mind, folks, Tim and I, we both have one boy, one girl, so this may be a little bit skewed because obviously it's going to be a little different if you've got two girls or, two boys or a boy and two girls. Everything is relative.
This is going to be a long show to go through all the different options.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So, first thing, like we always do, how do you prepare? How are we going to prepare to get the teens to go to Walt Disney World?
I think the first thing you need to do is be aware of your teen's schedule. Talk to them and make sure they want to go when you want to go. Because there's nothing worse on a vacation than having a crabby teenager with you.
Right. And as you know, and as I know now, taking kids out of school when they're in their teens is very difficult. Once they hit that high school age, kind of tough to take them out.
It's very tough because they have projects, they have sports, they have training, they have kids are super busy. Band.
Right. So summertime's probably going to be it for us here in the States for taking teens, unless, of course, you want to go during the holidays, which all in all, it's going to be a lot more expensive because you got teens, which if you've got teens, you already know everything's a lot more expensive.
Exactly.
I thought, just like with everything else, you want to watch that vacation DVD with your teens and get a sense of kind of what they're interested in. Mm-hmm. Obviously, if you've got an athlete in the family, a tennis player or a golfer or somebody who really likes to fish, Disney has so many options for those type of things. So that would be something good to find out while you're watching that. Show them the options that they're going to have. Because let's be honest, a lot of teens are going to balk at going to Walt Disney World. They're going to be like, that's for kids. It's not really, I'd rather go to Universal. And then, I think you can disown them at that point, can't you?
You can disown them. You can also use it as a bargaining chip.
There you go.
We're going to go to Disney for 2, 3, 4 days. We'll run over to Universal for a day to check it out. You pick the day. That'll be your Universal day. We'll go.
That's a good call.
Yeah.
A good call.
Now, my kids have shown no interest in going to Universal.
Well, you've raised them correctly.
Well, we've tried.
Yeah. That's the way.
We even asked, do you want to go? No, we're pretty happy with what we're at right now. I'm like, oh, okay.
That's you got good kids there.
Good kids, and it saves us money.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Keep in mind, by the way, going back a few years, don't forget that Disney has that age limit. You can't just let the kids go to the park unless they're 14 or older, which is kind of what we're talking about. We're going to do a show about going to the parks with tweens later on, but this is for the older kids anyway, so they should be fine as long as they're above 14 years old. We're talking maybe in the 15, 16, 17, 18-year-old age bracket anyway. So, but I think you need to, and one of the big things you got to do, and do this, please do this, because this is going to end up a huge fight for you if you don't do this.
Oh, you don't want that.
Set the parameters on how much they can spend, because with the Magic Bands now, you get to determine who's all going to be able to, to use the credit card that you put on file at the front desk.
The account.
Ugh. And if you You just don't talk about this ahead of time. You're, and you let your teens go. You guys go so mom and I can go have, a nice dinner or something. They may go and just rack up a ton of charges that you weren't really prepared for. Right. Because there's so much to do. So,
which should make checking out a lot of fun that day when that paper comes under the door. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Think of Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, when the dad gets the bill for the room service.
Right.
Yeah, that's not
something.
You heard him yelling all the way from the park.
Exactly. Something between that and Armageddon.
So make sure you have that conversation about what you're going to spend money on, because teens, I mean, Tim, they don't have really a good concept of money.
Right.
I don't know how I got this. It just showed up. I just pressed a little magic band up against it, and there I got this.
It was pretty
so cool. Let's keep doing this all day. So where would you recommend staying, Tim, if you're going with teens?
Hotel wise, accommodations wise? Let's see.
Yeah, you're staying on property, you're staying off property. What are you leaning toward?
Well, with teens, you're going to need a little bit more space. They're
exactly.
They're larger people. So
yeah.
I'm thinking, if you can, I got to say, avoid the All-Stars. The rooms are quite a bit tiny. Not that they're not beautifully furnished, but then you got the double beds also.
Right.
And our kids, they cannot sleep together. They just can't do it.
Right.
So we have to have enough space so we can either take an arrow bed for one of them to lay on, or have a what do you call it, like a day bed in there that they can sleep on.
Right.
So.
Right.
As for which one, I think anyone would work, but I would go at least a moderate if you could swing it.
Yeah, I was thinking the same along the same lines. The day bed's fantastic. I would even consider looking into DVC rental.
Oh, that's a good call.
Because it would be fantastic to have that much room. And again, teens are a lot more expensive. So all you folks out there that have little kids right now, they're going to grow up and they're going to become very expensive for you, especially going to Walt Disney World. So, I would. Okay, let's go back. What moderate? Because I agree with you. I think the All-Stars the rooms are a little bit too small for four. In essence, what may amount to 4 adults, really. What moderates would you be looking at?
I tend to look at the ones that I enjoy a lot. I still think Coronado Springs is a nice one. You got plenty of spaces for them to walk. You got the beautiful pool. You got some interesting dining options that because once they're teens, you don't mind them walking around to get something to eat.
Right.
You can send them out. They're not going to get lost. They can find their way back.
Right. With Disney transportation, it's so easy to go from point A to point B. I'm looking forward to taking my kids now that they're both older, and I can just kind of let them go and do their own thing, because it would be very difficult to get lost. As long as you're going to the main places, you can always end up going back to Disney Springs and catching another bus or whatever you need to do. But I was leaning toward maybe Port Orleans, Riverside, or French Quarter, because you got the boats going down to Disney Springs.
That's a good call too. That is a great call.
Easy. Because I got a feeling that's one of the things that you're going to spend an awful lot of time doing is going to Disney Springs to look at all of the things that they have there. So better. I think you're going to spend more on your resorts than you're used to, just because they're bigger.
Let me throw another option out there at the All-Stars, the family suites.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get the larger room, a bedroom, and you're going to get 2 bathrooms.
That's a good call.
So, if you have you and your wife and, 2 kids or 3 kids, you're going to appreciate those 2 full bathrooms.
That's true.
So
that's true. I like that idea.
So you might want to price that out. You might want to contact Tyler over there at People Mover Travel.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Get you some prices you can go on.
Yeah. Give him your party size, and he'll work his magic and get you some great deals.
Because you're all cramped in a small room. you want to have a positive experience because you're going to want to go back.
Right.
And you don't have that trip where, we were right on top of each other the whole time. I don't want to do this again. That's why your idea of like the DVC is not a bad idea.
Yeah. Yeah. You need that because really, like you said, starting off that day, the last thing you want to do is start that day off angry because somebody wouldn't, move out of the way at the one sink that you have. And, somebody else is hogging the bathroom or whatever the case may be. So yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
You want to be positive throughout your trip. You want it to be a happy and good experience. All right. So as far as tickets go, what kind of? I'm leaning toward park hoppers. I think with teens, you got to have park hoppers. And I'm not always a park hopper guy.
Mm-hmm.
But I think with teens, I think you have to.
Here's what I like about the park hopper. If your kids, if they're teenagers and they've been going for years to Disney,
mm-hmm.
you could say, you meet up in the park in the morning, maybe have breakfast, I don't know, Crystal Palace, something like that. Then set them wild and say, maybe we'll meet you over at Epcot for dinner or lunch.
Right.
Because, if your kids have grown up at Disney, they're not going to get lost. They know where everything is.
Right.
You trust them. You're going to feel safe. There's no safer place on the planet for kids to hang out, in my opinion.
Right. And if your kids haven't been to Walt Disney World, that's another good reason to watch that vacation DVD because it will familiarize them with the transportation system as well.
Oh, yeah.
But I was thinking, for nostalgia's sake, I think the kids that have gone to Walt Disney World before and grew up there going to the Magic Kingdom just to walk around it and enjoy it, maybe go and do Splash, Pirates, Haunted Mansion, Space Mountain, something like. They're not going to want to spend all day there. They're not going to hang out in Fantasyland. They're not going to hang out in Tomorrowland. I can't imagine.
They're not people watching.
They're right. So I would think they're going to focus more of their attention on like Epcot and the studios. They'll probably want to go over and hit Animal Kingdom to hit the big rides over there. But after they're done, I kind of think that Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom kind of become half-day parks for them. But you don't want to exclude them, so that's why I was thinking park hoppers.
Right. And sometimes teens, they're happy doing this, maybe a couple rides, back to back.
Right.
Let's do Space Mountain twice in a row. The line's not too bad.
Right.
So.
Yeah. And let them pick their fast passes. Let them kind of do their own thing. Again, it's a lot easier. It's very easy to allow your kids to just go.
Right.
Because, as long as they're responsible.
Exactly.
You don't want to get a phone call from the Ocala police department because they somehow got on some bus going all the way up to
it started with an O.
The Villages or whatever that. What is that up there?
The retirement villages.
Yeah, exactly.
That's awesome. Oh,
that's something my kids would do. All right, so we've got the parks. We're going to do some park hoppers. We're going to stay in a little bit bigger room. This is something I thought that really you kind of want to do with the teens more so than the younger kids, and that's the water parks. I think teens will love the water parks.
Oh, my goodness. They'll go insane.
Yeah. So you got the surfing over at Typhoon Lagoon. You got Blizzard Beach and all the great rides at Blizzard Beach.
Got wave pools.
The wave pools. I think teens, and kids like to look at other teen kids, and they're at a major swimming pool like that, a water park like that. They're going to enjoy themselves, I'm sure.
Oh yeah.
I don't know what that means. I'm just saying. But I would think that you might want to take a day, and you and your wife or your significant other,
or both.
Go, or just you, go and enjoy an adult day, and let your kids go and your teens go over to one of the water parks and just have a great time.
Because your kids are going to enjoy that separation from mom and dad, also.
Right.
And if it's two brothers, two sisters, a sister and a brother. It gives them actually a little bit of bonding time, I think.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Gives them some responsibility. Stay close. Stay with each other.
Watch each other's back.
Yeah. Look out for one another. And again, it all depends on your particular situation. I understand some kids, they don't get along so well. So maybe that's not an option for you. But I just think the water parks are something that are so much fun for the kids to get involved in and do while they're at Walt Disney World. And again, more so, I think, than couples going, or the younger kids. Because the younger kids, they get tired real quick, and they don't necessarily want to be out in that Florida heat for that long. And paying to get into a water park, you might only be there half a day anyway. So I think with the younger kids, you want to enjoy the resort pool more than going to a water park.
Right. Well, you've got that age curve where, the young kids are worn out by the parents, and then the other age curve where the teens are wearing out the parents.
Right. Man, no doubt. No doubt. I'm going to take a nap after this show because,
That's not a bad idea.
Exactly. And then don't forget, too, a lot of kids like that thrill. They like to do something exciting, which is why they, may want to go down to that other park down the road. But Disney has a lot of cool things and fun things for kids to do as well. And I think maybe doing some of the Sammy Duvall stuff would be awesome.
Oh, it's a great call.
Yeah, for some of the thrill-seeking kids.
Mm-hmm.
I know my kids, they both want to do the parasailing. My son wants to do the wakeboarding so bad the next time we go down. So, again, another reason to watch that DVD, to see some of the options that maybe even you veterans that have been down there so many times, you might have missed or forgotten about.
Exactly.
So, what else you got?
I was going to say one thing. Let's talk about dining real quick with a teen.
Oh, yeah. I didn't think about the dining. Absolutely.
You want to talk to them before. You want to watch that DVD and see if there's any restaurants they want to go to. And if you see, things that you want to go to, if you want to go to the, top of the world, California Grill, Sunday brunch, and the kid's like, I don't want to do that. I just want to go in the parks. How fantastic is that? You give them some bucks, go into the park. We'll catch up with you later. We'll enjoy a nice leisurely brunch at the Contemporary, and we'll just meet you later.
Right. That's fantastic. And that is the beauty of having teens. You can let them go and do their own thing. I was thinking resort-wise, it'd be great to stay at like the beach club villas or the boardwalk villas, because you can just walk into Epcot, hop on the boat, go over to the studios, the parks that they're going to use most of the time anyway. But the thing that you want to be careful, and again, this goes back to why you want to talk about the money situation, because when you let them go and do that, their dining might be, hey, let's check out this Le Cellier, and I'm going to get I know my son loves steak, and he'll order the most expensive steak on the menu, not even think about it.
Right.
He just sees a, New York strip, and he's like, that's what I want. So
you're going to get some fish and chips from England and like it.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's true, because some kids out there are foodies. And if you're going to do a nice dinner somewhere, they're going to be like, no, don't you dare go without me.
Right. So, and those are things that obviously you're going to talk about. But, if you're not going to meet for dinner, make sure that they understand the, the parameters on how much they're allowed to spend on dinner as well, and where they can and cannot go. You don't want your kid saying, or you meeting up with your kids later on, and you say, hey, so where did you guys eat? Oh, we ate over at Yachtsman Steakhouse. What? We ate at Casey's over there. What do you mean you ate at Yachtsman Steakhouse?
Something called a surf and turf, I think is what they call it. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know. It was a couple $100. No big deal. Isn't that what we normally spend on lunch? Yeah. No. So just be careful of that. So I think you can have a great time with teens, and I don't think that Disney is just for the little kids. Not anymore.
No.
It used to be when all you had was the Magic Kingdom, but now that you've got the water parks and Sammy Duvall's and Epcot and the studios and Animal Kingdom, There's just so much to do.
I think one thing you... Oh, go ahead.
No, I was just saying with the teens.
I was just going to say, one thing with teens I think we need to allow for just as parents now, with the way things are going now, you have to be a little more patient with them regarding like cell phone usage. Because kids are constantly, tweeting where they're at, taking pictures, selfies.
Well, there's that too.
And I mean, they're going to do that. If you try to take it away, you're just going to have crabby kids on your hands.
Oh, absolutely.
Now you can make a rule, not during dinner. But if they want to stop and take a selfie real quick while you're walking, like my daughter can take a selfie in like 3 seconds flat. Like we don't have to break stride.
Right, exactly.
So just don't think that you're on a family vacation. The kids are going to be totally disconnected, and I'm going to have 100% of their attention. That's just not going to happen. Although kids are much better multitaskers than I ever was.
Yeah. Trying to get anybody to do anything stop cold turkey is going to be difficult, especially teenagers with their cell phones. So yeah, that's a great point. So you want to be careful of that, and just have a good time. Talk to them. Find out. It's a great family bonding experience, like you said.
It is.
You let them go out on their own. It's a good experience for them. Teaches them, some self-reliance. Disney's one of the safest places on the planet you can go. It's so easy to get around with the buses and the monorail and the boats. You don't have to worry about them, and it's a good opportunity. I wouldn't do this in New York City.
Oh my goodness.
Or even Cleveland.
Oh, especially Cleveland.
Cleveland.
I'm kidding. Well, some parts I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
I know.
But so take that opportunity, give them some of that self-reliance, and see what happens. We all got the cell phones. We're all keeping track of where our kids are anymore. So
and you'll know where they're at. You know how to do that. Come on.
I mean, I don't do that.
No,
I would never.
No.
I would never do that.
No,
but some people do.
Yeah, maybe.
So hopefully that helps folks that have teens or are heading in that direction to plan your next Disney trip, so that you don't have all of that anxiety and fighting
or stress. Don't need stress.
No stress. Disney's not supposed to be a stressful place. So, Tim.
Yes, Bob.
That is all I've got.
Oh, that's awesome. Everybody, thanks for joining us. I'm Tim Scott. You can find me on Twitter, Facebook, the website, ResortLoop.com. If you'd like to be a supporter of the show, check us out over there at patreon.com/ResortLoop or ResortLoop.com/support.
I'm ResortLoop Bob on the Twitter and Instagram. Don't forget our YouTube channel, Resort Loop, or ResortLoop.com. You can search those out. And listen to us on iHeartRadio. And what else should folks do, Tim?
If you don't mind sending us a review over there at iTunes, that'd be fantastic. And also go out there and share with your friends. The gateway to the magic.
See you, everybody.
With 4 theme parks, 25 resort hotels, hundreds of dining and shopping locations, and seemingly innumerable special events and ticket options, planning a trip to Walt Disney World can seem overwhelming. That's why the ResortLoop.com podcast has teamed up with People Mover Travel to help you get the most magic out of your Disney vacation. People Mover Travel will walk you through every aspect of your next Disney trip, from ensuring you get the best discounts to FastPass Plus and dining reservations and so many other things. Best of all, there is no fee for their service. That's right, you get your very own expert Disney vacation planner at no cost to you. For more information and to request a free, no-obligation quote, visit peoplemovertravel.com.
Oh, you need to rest your voice now. I heard you mute your mic a couple times.
Oh, I had to.
It was very slight. I'm like, I either lost him or he muted his mic. I'm just going to keep talking.